The British grime star Wiley has been dropped by his management following a string of anti-Semitic comments on Twitter. The musician, who was awarded an MBE in 2018, has been heavily criticised for sharing anti-Semitic conspiracy theories and insulting Jewish people. In one tweet, he said, "I don't care about Hitler, I care about black people." He also seemed to compare the Jewish community to the Ku Klux Klan. Well, Wiley was given a temporary ban from Twitter, but is now back on his account and tweeting again. Lord Mann is an advisor to the government on anti-Semitism and joins us now. Lord Mann, your response to this? Obviously, his management have withdrawn their services. What do you want Twitter to do?
To remove him. I mean, this is a deluge of hatred. Many tweets. On Instagram as well, there's some hateful stuff. And it breaches their conditions. It's with the Metropolitan Police because some of it references a violent attack in London on a Jewish rabbi in some detail. And I would say that it's glorifying the attack in how it's worded. So that's an issue for the police, but it's also an issue directly for these internet companies, Twitter and Facebook. They should remove him. That breaches all their standards. It's not even marginal. And this disputed hatred that's been going on. This chap seems to be having something of a meltdown, because this has been going on with thousands of tweets for many hours, soon be approaching 24 hours. I think he needs some help. And what it's doing is encouraging others to put out hatred as well, with others weighing in, including far-right fascist groups who are weighing in with Holocaust denial and other such hatred on the back of what he's doing. It's appalling, and he needs to be removed.
Obviously, there's been controversies over social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook in the past, not just in relation to anti-Semitism, but in relation to other racial issues. We've got an online harms bill. Do you think that that will deal with incidents like this?
It's going to have to do. I mean, at the moment, Twitter are hiding away from everybody, and Facebook are failing to act. We need the ability, both the police to make them act, but also for communities impacted, in this case, the Jewish community, but that could be the black community, the LGBT community, whatever community has been targeted by hatred online, to allow those communities to take action against the internet companies if they refuse to act. It's extraordinary.
And so,
even for his own safety and security, Mr. Wiley, that his accounts haven't been taken down, while he calms himself down and gets himself some help.
We're just going to leave questions relating to his state of mind, his psychology on one side, focus on the issues relating to online harm. You say the bill that's going through Parliament now, the new legislation, that it will deal with this. Just explain to the audience how it will work to deal with an incident like this. What powers will it give the police to do?
Well, I'm hoping it will give the police the ability to instruct the internet companies to remove things while there's an ongoing issue. There is a threat to Jewish people from what is being put out there at the moment. And the fact that fascist groups, for example, are jumping on the bandwagon demonstrates what that threat is and how dangerous and pernicious it is. So the police need the ability to act, which they don't have. But the rest of us need the ability to be able to take action, including fining and other action against these internet companies. They get away with it at the moment. It is astonishing. The amount of vitriol that's poured out from this account on Twitter, that it's been allowed back up, absolutely extraordinary, when it references a violent attack in London that's been successfully prosecuted.
Lord Mann, I'm just going to stop you there because you made that point already, and I just wanted to ask you one other thing about other institutions that may need to take action in your view. I want to ask about the 2018 MBE for Wiley. Do you think that should now be withdrawn?
Well, there's a campaign on. He seems to want to hand it back anyway from some of the things he's said. But the crucial thing in my mind isn't that. It's that when people put out this hatred, stirring up hatred, they need to be removed from the internet. It's unacceptable for people to stir up hatred against a community in this way and for it to be allowed to continue. I've had Jewish people contact me, fearful overnight, fearful for the children, fearful for themselves as a consequence. That's not acceptable in this country. And whether it's the Jewish community or any other community being targeted in this way, these internet companies need to be forced to act and remove this hatred.
Lord Mann, thank you. And I should say that we have asked Twitter for a response, but we haven't got a response from them yet.
We will make America great again.